Hey gardeners, it's late October, we're pushing into November, and I'm so happy that I still have sunflower blooms that I can harvest. Stay tuned and I'll tell you how I do it. I live in zone 6B, so I know my first frost date is usually around October. A bird was trying to get in the greenhouse. My first frost date's usually around October 23rd. So I planted these seeds in the ground on August 18th, knowing I would most likely be able to harvest some blooms. Most of your sunflowers are either like a 75-day or a 60-day turnaround time from the time you plant the seeds to the time you can harvest blooms. These particular ones are Pro Cuts, and they are a 60-day turnaround. So I was so excited just to see the, no frost yet and be able to harvest some blooms, and you saw me just harvesting them. Really the best time to harvest your sunflowers is when you see the colors start cracking open. That's when you'll have the longest vase life. But whenever you harvest them, it's a good time for sunflowers. I like the Pro Cuts because they're pollenless, and I'm trying not to laugh because there's all kinds of things. There's birds trying to fly in the greenhouse. There's stink bugs flying around my head. I like the Pro Cuts because they are pollenless. Now don't worry, I'm a bee lover, so I have plenty of things in my garden that have pollen for the bees, the butterflies, the hummingbirds, and everything like that. So no worries there. But when you're giving flowers or when you're giving sunflowers to someone, you don't want them shedding pollen all over their table. I mean, that would be not cool. So the Pro Cuts are pollenless, and a lot of sunflowers are pollenless. It will usually say on the sunflower seed packet. And they are single stem sunflower, so that means you're just going to get one flower per stem. That's why I continued sowing in succession. So like every 2 weeks, I underplanted what I already had planted I sowed more seeds under there. And I had some sunflowers yay tall, and then some of them were this tall. So I just had different waves and different successions of sunflowers coming all throughout the summer. I did plant some of the branching type. Some of them I've left in the garden for the birds. The birds don't really get to these because you usually cut them before the birds can get to them, and they really don't like the Pro Cuts anyway. So, but if you're wanting flowers to have cut sunflowers, and you're wanting to give them away or sell them or just bring them in your house for a beautiful bouquet of sunflowers, then the pollenless are the way to go. This is just something you can think about for next year. Write in your gardening journal that you want to continue just to plant sunflowers in waves, and you'll have them just from late spring all the way going through to the autumn and all the way to frost, and you can just have beautiful sunflowers. So that's something for you to think about. I plan to continue to plant sunflowers in succession, so I'm really excited to do that, and there's some new varieties I want to try next year, and looking forward to doing that. Well, I really appreciate you watching. If you would give this video a thumbs up, I would so appreciate it if you found it helpful. And we will see you in the next video. Happy gardening and have a great day. Happy sunflower. And one more thing, just to let you know where I get my sunflower seeds. I get all my sunflower seeds, or my Pro Cuts, from the Gardener's Workshop, and it's thegardenersworkshop.com. I don't work for them, but I love this company. Their customer service is really good, and they, if they have the product available, they'll ship it out right away. So gardenersworkshop.com, that's where I got all my Pro Cuts.